Hello my people, welcome to The Clue. Today we bring you one of the most important stories in Nigerian history. This is the story of the Nigerian Civil War, also called the Biafran War. It lasted from 1967 to 1970. It killed more than 1 million people. It destroyed towns and villages. It divided families. And it changed Nigeria forever. But when the war ended, General Yakubu Gowon, the head of state, said, "No victor, no vanquished." That statement became famous. It meant that nobody won, nobody lost. Nigeria would remain one country, but the pain of the war still remained. The memory still remained. And the lessons are still important today. You know, Nigeria got independence in 1960. People were happy. They believed freedom would bring peace and progress. But after independence, problems started. Nigeria had 3 main regions: the North, the West, and the East. Each region had its own culture, language, and leaders. There was competition for power. Leaders wanted control of government, of money, of resources, as at the time, So in January 1966, soldiers carried out a coup. They killed many leaders, including Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa and Northern Premier Ahmadu Bello. The coup was led mostly by Igbo officers. This made many Northerners angry. So later in July 1966, another coup happened. Northern soldiers took revenge. General Yakubu Gowon became head of state. More blood was shed. Suspicion grew. The Igbo people from the east began to feel unsafe. In the north, many Igbo people were killed. Thousands died. Families ran back to the east. The eastern region was angry and afraid. Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu, the military governor of the east, said, "We must protect our people." So in May 1967, Ojukwu declared that the eastern region would become a new country. He called it Biafra. Nigeria did not agree. General Gowon said Nigeria must remain one. So war started in July 1967. At first, Biafra was strong. They captured the Midwest. They almost reached Lagos. People in Nigeria were shocked, but Nigeria regrouped. Nigeria had more soldiers, more weapons, and more support. Slowly, Nigeria pushed Biafra back. The war was not only about guns, it was about hunger. Nigeria blocked food and medicine from entering Biafra. Children began to die of kwashiorkor. The world saw pictures of starving children. It shocked the world. It made people pity Biafra. Foreign countries sent relief. Church groups sent food, but still many died. The suffering during the war was terrible. Villages were burned, families were scattered, schools closed, hospitals had no medicine, people hid in the bush. People trekked long distances to escape. In Biafra, almost every family lost someone. In Nigeria too, soldiers died, civilians suffered, The war touched everybody. It was not only a war of leaders, it was a war that affected ordinary people. Mothers cried to their children, fathers buried their sons, young boys were forced to fight, girls carried food to soldiers. The war consumed everyone. Everyday life became survival. People ate cassava leaves, lizards, and anything they could find. Markets were empty. Children begged for food. The sounds of bombs and gunfire filled the air. The war was not far away. It was everywhere. By late 1969, Biafra was weak. No food, no fuel, no medicine. The army was tired. The people were hungry. On January 12, 1970, Ojukwu left for Ivory Coast. He handed power to his deputy, Philip Effiong. On January 15, 1970, Effiong went to Lagos. He met General Gowon. He surrendered. He said, "We accept the authority of the federal government. We will not fight again." That day, the war ended. Nigeria remained one country. The guns were silent, the bombs stopped, but the wounds remained. After the surrender, General Gowon spoke to Nigerians. He said, "The war has ended. No victor, no vanquished. We must forgive. We must rebuild. We must live together as one Nigeria." He announced 3 programs. Number 1 was reconciliation, that is, Nigerians must forgive each other. And second of it was reconstruction, that is, to rebuild the places destroyed by war. And the last one, which was number 3, was the rehabilitation, that is, to help people who suffered during the war. The idea was to heal the country, to make sure Igbo people did not feel like strangers, to make sure Nigeria continued as one. It was a message of hope, but it was also a challenge because forgiveness is easy to say but hard to do. Healing was okay. Many Igbo people lost property, many lost jobs. Government gave only £20 to each person, no matter how much money they had before. This made many Igbo families poor. It took years before they recovered. Still, Igbo people were strong. They rebuilt, they hustled, they rose again. Today, Igbo people are among the most successful in Nigeria. But the memory of the war still remains. The pain still remains. Families told stories of hunger. Children grew up hearing about the war. Songs and proverbs carried the memory. The war became part of Nigerian identity. The Biafran War taught Nigeria many lessons. It showed that tribalism and hatred can destroy a country. It also shows that power struggle can lead to bloodshed. And as well, it shows that hunger can be used as a weapon. Lastly, it shows that forgiveness is hard but necessary. No victor, no vanquished was a good message. But Nigerians still ask, did we really forgive? Did we really reconcile? Did we really heal? The lesson is clear. Unity must be built every day. Peace must be protected, and leaders must serve the people, not themselves. Today, more than 50 years after the war, people still talk about Biafra. Some young people say Nigeria has not changed. Some call for a new Biafra. Some say Nigeria must remain one. The memory of the war is still strong. Songs, books, and films still talk about it. Families still remember loved ones who died. The lesson is still important. The slogan, "No victor, no vanquished," still matters. It reminds us that unity is fragile. It reminds us that peace is precious. It reminds us that history must not be forgotten. So my people, this is the story of the Biafran War. The war that killed millions. The war that scattered families. The war that changed Nigeria. But when the war ended, Gowon said, "No victor, no vanquished." That sentiment still echoes today. It reminds us that Nigeria must try to live together. It reminds us that forgiveness is important. It reminds us that unity is not easy but necessary. This is history. This is lesson. This is warning. Thank you for watching The Clue. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like, share, and subscribe. We will continue to bring you stories that shock, stories that teach, and stories that reminds us of the power of the history. See you in the next one.